Greetings. Okay, so we're back. I'm gonna have to do this as a part 2. So I got cut off when I was getting the channel. So what I was getting is, if you have a key that is significant to you that has been used, you can anoint it with your favorite perfume, or you can use an essential oil. Because Spirit gave this to me like a few days ago, but I'm hearing it different. So anoint it with the perfume or the oil of your choice. But I'm getting, like, for those of you with the Divine Mothers, you're working with them, your purpose, your gift, your calling, or getting better clarity about that, or if you need courage, strength around that, pray Isaiah 22:22 over your key. Anoint it, bless it. I would also pray something along the lines of Divine Mother, divine matriarchal figures, my ancestors, my Divine Mother ancestors. If it's a goddess that you resonate with, ask them to give you the wisdom to discern your calling, your purpose, the gratitude and the thankfulness to accept your calling and your purpose, and the opportunities and the blessings that come with it, the stewardship to maintain the gift, the calling, and your purpose, the right mind, the right heart to walk in, the right amount of integrity, heart and mind and spirit to walk in your purpose and your calling. And you can place this on your altar, or next to, maybe if it's a picture of one of your divine ancestors, your grandmother, your aunts, your mothers, or if you have a goddess altar, something set up, and or you can carry your key with you wherever you go. So you can carry it in a safe space, like in your wallet, somewhere in your purse where no one's going to see it or touch it, and keep it sacred to you, just you. Okay, that's just what came to me. So if you feel led to do it like that, most definitely. If you have road opener oil, you can use that. I would kind of prefer like one that you've made yourself. You can make your own road opener oil, or put some olive oil on it that you've blessed, that you set intentions over. But yeah, yes, that's what I'm getting. So we're going to tap in. I'm going to use the Sibyl's Oracle, and they have a system here. So I have to read these in a certain system. Okay. All right. I have so many messages for y'all. I'm gonna have to write some of them down because they're not like the channel message. I don't feel like I got to go in like I really wanted to. My camera, the memory went out, so I have to use another one. So I didn't want to forget the key method, like the prayer and all that. I just didn't want to forget it. So I'm gonna write down the other channel messages, and we'll just do a part 2. But Divine Mothers, Divine Matriarchal Mothers, thank you for y'all being the portal and the gateway to open the doors for us daughters so that we can walk and run, and your sons that also honor and reverence and work with Divine Mother energy. You have vibrations. It's Peacock. You guys, some of you could work with Oshun, or you've been guided to. Let's see. You have Perpetuum, which is purpose. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but it's purpose. Okay, that's what we've been talking about. Okay. All right, and let's see. Measurement. Transcendenturium with transcendence. And you have Kyrie shows here. Kyrie shows are good for prosperity too. Some of you may use it for divination, or you've been seeing Kyrie shows. Could be a sign as well. So the first card represents our core issue. Okay, the core issues are usually around some sort of miscalculation or fracture around a logic. So some of you guys, I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, either or, but this is, I have to say what I'm getting, you know. So if you're sensitive, you get easily offended, then maybe you don't want to watch. But if you're, you know, like, you're not always going to hear what you want to hear, but it may be needed, you're welcome. This energy, some of you guys may be way too cocky about something, or you're not enough tapped into your confidence. Like, you're not tapping in, I said it all crazy. You're not tapped into your confidence enough. It's one or the other. With that peacock, it's, or you have a certain perception that only certain people get certain things if they have, like, maybe a particular look or style, or have a certain level of status, or because I don't, or I do have. There's something about that, and that energy, that logic is coming up as a fracture. It's a miscalculation. It's something that is not a healthy perception for you to have. So take which part of that resonates with you, okay? Then with the purpose card, this placement, or these cards right here, these represent projections. So the projections are rationalizations or justifications that you may have that are not really seeing the core truth. So there's something about your purpose that you're justifying why. So, like, I should have this because X, Y, and Z, or because I know this and I know that, or I have that, or I know this person and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe I'm not getting anywhere with my purpose. Maybe I don't have a purpose because I don't have X, Y, and Z, and I don't look the part, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. There's something with that, okay? Take what part resonates with you if it does, but you're justifying this energy, and it's clouding your purpose. The black doves represent the Sibyls, the ancient prophetesses. The first prophets that ever were women, prophetesses, the Sibyls, and they represented the black dove. So you have a purpose. You do. Your purpose is bigger than what you can see. But for some of you, it's like, even with, if you fall into the alignment of, well, because I know this, I should already be doing this, I should already have this, or because I have this, or because whatever the case may be, the cockiness, you may not really be seeing the bigger picture as you see it, right? Let's say, for instance, the whole fame thing. I know a lot of creative people, a lot of musically creative people, and some of them do feel that they're meant to be famous. Some of them have been told that they're meant to be famous. Some fashion, modeling. The thing with that is that it's not about being famous, though. That's not your purpose. That is maybe the door that gets you through to expand your purpose or expand your territory within your purpose, but that's not your purpose. Does that make sense? So, measurements, this placement right here, this represents our actions, the cool actions. Cool actions are more so of an internal action, a state of mind that's suggested for you to be in. This looks like a prison back here. So your mind, you're going to have to measure your thinking, your mindsets that kind of keep you in a limited state of perception. not seeing the greater or fuller picture or the true understanding of what's really going on. It's like in a prisoner of your own mind, even if it's the lack of confidence mindset or the overly confident or cocky mindset. There's still some sort of imprisonment with that. And I'm going to read the meaning of these cards. I'm going off the top of the dome in my intuition, but transcendence represents our hot actions, or these cards here. They represent our hot actions, which are our external actions in response to the situation. So you're going to have to transmute and transcend past these projections here when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your level of confidence or cockiness. It's either or for some of you, because there needs to be a balance. You can't walk in your purpose, insecure and not sure of yourself. It's not going to be effective. It's not going to get you to where you need to be, because you're going to sabotage you. You're going to block due to insecurities and fears and inadequacies. So you have to heal that, or continue, if you've already been working through that, to continue to work and heal that. If it's the cockiness, you are not going to be effective to help people. That doesn't make for a good leader. Okay. So for some, you still have a little bit of work to do, or it could just be, if it's not cockiness, then it's a superficial perspective of your purpose that needs grounding. It's not about looking the part. It's not about what you have and what you don't have, who you know or who you don't know, and how much you know. That helps, yes, but that doesn't make it. If we make it an idol, if we make it everything, what good is that? How many of you have ever experienced or ran across people, rather, that kind of feel like they're better than people because of who they know and where they've been, and they've been given maybe positions of power, or they've been given positions that are a little a high level of importance, and others that are not a part of that, it's like, you're not in on this, you're not in on our crowd. Divine source, God, whatever you want to call the higher power, is not looking for people like that. You're not for the people. You're for yourself, and you're not coming from a place of heart and integrity. You're just not. You're a pawn in a lower force energy. Like, it's just not in alignment with source. What source God and what source God is trying to do with the divine collective, the raising of, you believe in raising the planet and the vibration and all of that. Anything that you can strip from a person, like as far as something that the divine source did not give to you or call to you, is not a birthright. That anything that can be stripped or taken from you or changed over time is not worth glorifying. It's not. Talents included. Gifts and talents, as they say, come without repentance, as they say. Like, you don't have to be a perfect person to be gifted. So, like, that's why you see some celebrities that are extremely talented, but they have fucked up lifestyles. They have fucked up mindsets. They may not be good people, They're hella gifted, hella talented, but they're assholes, some of them, right? So it's not about that. That don't mean shit. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a human with a talent. I feel something with these Kyrie shells, but I'm not getting like what it is yet. Some of you guys might want to get a reading, like a Kyrie shell reading. I don't know, because I know that you got to be initiated usually, because it's a system with the Kyries, and some people just read it intuitively without the system, but you have to be initiated with Kyrie shows. I'm not too sure how common it is to find someone that reads Kyrie shows. Maybe read your own, or if you haven't in a while and you're familiar with the system of Kyrie shows, or you've read Kyrie shows, Maybe you're due for that right now for some reason. Yeah. Let's see what the meaning of each card is and see if we can get a little bit more insight into what Spirit is saying. Divine Mamas are saying. Okay, so let's see. First card is vibration. Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of cards in here. Okay, so it says a sigh is both womb and grave. Not sure what that means, but anyway. The colors of the flowers are the same as those commonly used to make Roman clothing and represent the following. Purple represents royalty, higher knowledge. The yellow represents nobility and wealth. The teal and blue represent fermentation, that which can be reused. The green represents commonalities and common experience. The peacock literally represents vibration because its feathers vibrate when it wants to communicate. The goddess associated to this card is Bastet. Okay, the goddess of cat, protection, joy, sensuality, the sacred rattle known as the Cicerum. To the Greeks, she was an aspect of Artemis. They called Ailuros. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Everything in existence emits a vibration. Even if something appears to be inanimate, there are still molecules moving it that releases a measurable force. Likewise, our thoughts are considered powerful things with dynamic force because every action originates with an idea that has been given sufficient and consistent energies to facilitate movement. This is the same notion prescribed in the universal law of attraction, which is also known as karma, the law of vibration, and any other term used to describe the idea of like attracts like. Everything that has ever happened is happening and will happen as a common origin in the unseen mind. There are no random events, circumstances, coincidences, accidents, or instances of good or bad luck that would imply that there is no such law. If we put our emotions aside, even happy ones, from what has occurred or is occurring, and seek out the past thought that created the present experience, we will remember the seed thought that sprouted the current reality. If this were not possible, we would be incapable of gratitude or regret for having chosen a particular path. Wow, okay. The law of vibration may make us uncomfortable because it means that none of us are victims and we are responsible for every vibe we put out there. If this concept is new to you, it may seem cold and frightening, but it is in fact quite the contrary. So, this is interesting because, like, the mindsets, how I kind of got like the two different minds of the one that lacks the confidence, looking at all the reasons why they're not good enough and why something can't happen, why it's not, versus the other that believes it should happen because X, Y, and Z. And it's the mindset that creates the reality that's creating maybe the stagnancy. That's interesting. So it says if you get vibrations in a reading, it may be asking you to stop and consider the following questions related to your situation. If something went wrong, did you really not know or see it coming, or did you willingly let something or someone slide because it was comfortable for you to do at the same time? Or if something is starting to go wrong but things haven't completely fallen apart yet, be aware of the vibes you're putting out there that are contributing to the decay. Do you practice what you preach? What do you spend most of your time thinking about, and how may that be affecting the results you are seeking? Are you clear about how you feel and what you really want? Those are the questions to ask. So, all right, so let's move on to the other card, which is purpose. Okay. All right. The quote is, reasons determine the weight of every harvest. So the omphalos, or the navel stone, is a symbol of the great goddess and can be found throughout the world. Some scholars suggest that these stones were deliberately placed at oracle centers according to geodetic principles. Likewise, people of the ancient world constructed the majority of the temples and other sacred places with great purpose, according to the sacred geometry and or astronomical considerations, to benefit themselves and the generations to come. They represent the critical importance of remaining focused on essential things in our lives, the source of our energy. So, the mythological associations to this card: Cybele, which was the ancient Anatolian supreme mother goddess. Her worship spread to Greece, Rome, Libya, and Kemet. And her temples and sanctuaries were in caves or mountains. Okay. Also, Miss Melissa, which is Neith, Artemis, Rhea, Diana, Aphrodite, etc., was a great mother and was referred to Melissa or the queen bee. Okay, so also this can go to the priestess of Delphi, the Delphi priestesses or prophetesses as well. It says, we may often hear people say everything happens for a reason. While this is certainly true, it is also true that the axiom is often used to divert attention from purpose or from why a choice was made that led to what appears to be a fateful occurrence. There is nothing in the universe that does not have purpose and an expression of that law. It does not matter if we are conscious or unconscious. So there's something with beliefs here. It's like kind of echoing the same message as that card. So in a divinational meaning, this card, it says it's a possibility that you are making the essential by incorrectly ascribing a good purpose for a belief, decision, or action. This card may also be a warning to be aware of how you attach. Oh my God, why can't I read? When I try to read after, I sound stupid. Just like I can't pronounce shit. Anyway, let me read that again. This card may also be a warning to be aware of how the attachment of purpose or necessity to a belief, decision, or act you may be considering will positively or negatively affect your self-esteem in the short term and your overall legacy in the long term. Yeah, so it's kind of like, again, if you take something and you amplify it, such as, okay, I feel like I'm meant to be famous, or I feel like I'm meant to be a singer or something, and we focus on that one thing, we're missing all of the other avenues in that. Like, how are you utilizing your purpose within that? It doesn't have to just be when you're singing, when you're writing. It could be the people that you meet along the way. It could be the way to, which I do believe, like beginning to end, the way to it, the way through the learning process, the journey, the getting to whatever you're getting to get to. It's not when I get to this, then that means that I've made it, I've done it, I've met my like, no. I feel like the singing is part of it. It's the gift, it's the talent, it's the key to open the door, or fame, whatever. Or I'm meant to be a mother. It's not just meant for you to birth out a child. What are you instilling in that child? The child could also be greater than what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, don't put too much emphasis on one thing. Like, be open to the journey and the aspect of it, and don't expect it to always be a positive thing. Like, when we have the challenges, we are in the middle of our journey and we say, oh, this is happening, oh, I'm off center, I'm out of whack. It's a part of the journey, right? Just a side note. It says you may also need to reflect on whether you are treasuring your divine ability to define, there you go, your divine ability, and therefore determine the purpose or value of everything in or around you as one with the universe. Okay. All right. Let's see. Measurement. Measurement represents our internal action. So let's see. More so like a reflection, I should say. Okay, measurement. The quote is, will is the measure of choice. The symbol is the abacus, represents higher intelligence, precision, and perfection. For without the ability to measure accurately, without mathematics, the architectural marvels of the ancient world could not have been constructed. So the goddess associated with this is Sheshat. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Seshat was the Kemetic Kemetan goddess of wisdom, record keeping, knowledge, writing, astronomy, astrology, and mathematics. She was associated with the proper execution of rituals and the initiations of the neophytes. I like that. Okay, so the divinational meaning is, how much does this mean to you? If you can do without it, then stop struggling and let it go. If it is important to you and worth the struggle ahead, then pursue it. So reflect on that, about the greater and bigger purpose. Is this worth it for me? Is this something that I feel like is worth the struggle? And if so, I just got to thug it out and keep moving through my journey and be open, be grateful. All right, so last card is Transcendence. Let's see. This is the hot or external action. So let's see. Transcendence. Okay, the quote is, you swarm the transcendent depths of the womb. It is there you learn what is right for you. It is here that you have met others who have also forgotten their way. The key symbol, the Kyrie show, represents depth, transcendent knowledge, and good fortune. The goddess associated to this card is Amphitrite, was a pre-Hellenic goddess and the personification of the Mediterranean Sea. She was known as the Salsea in Rome. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. The divinational meaning is, this is an important test, even if it doesn't appear to be. Maintain right thought, put the ego in check, and take the high road for the best outcome. Y'all want to see? Because some of y'all, oh shit, some of y'all be getting offended when I say certain things. So, just so you guys can see it. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see if there's anything else and we'll close it out. Because I didn't really feel led to use the tarot, but I'm going to save the Mother Mary Oracle for last. Okay. Divine Source God, Mother Goddess, the Sibyls, Divine Prophetesses, ask for divine wisdom and truth for this collective who are meant to receive this message. What is the guidance that they're meant to receive? The Star. Yes, you are that, okay? But my thing is are you comparing what you think you should do with who you think you should be and have, or comparing yourself and saying, oh, I'm not the star, I'm not this pillar of hope and light and love and beauty and intelligence and all these great things? You may be demeaning yourself because you're comparing, or you're putting your gift in a box and putting a price on it based off of some sort of like fixed or socialized concept or something. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like you're limiting the expansiveness of it. You've been called since you were a child, and you have many different things. It's like, don't just focus on that one thing you've been given or shown, because there's prophecy is always told in parts. There's way more to the story than what you can see, child. Okay? Judgment. This is time for you to really sit with this. Am I really ready? The Emperor. Side note too, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you stop fucking with the divine feminine. Like, your judgment's coming. I don't know what's wrong with people like this. Like, you might as well turn him like this, because none of my cards are in reverse in this deck. I put them all upright. But this energy, this false patriarchal or this toxic masculinity, this demonic male energy that has not done their healing work, that feels like the world owes them something because they have a dick, because they have testosterone, high levels of testosterone, like, or maybe some of them don't even have that. Okay, some don't even got barely a dick, barely a thumb. Okay, but has this attitude like the world owes them something, or women owe them praise and worship or something. I don't know, but judgment's coming upon these type of masculine energies that refused to get it together. This is narcissism. I feel like Aries can be one of those narcissistic zodiac signs in their shadow self. Like, if you're a shadow, because every zodiac sign has a shadow aspect of it. Like for Tauruses, I'm a Taurus, what's that, the Johnny Depp ex-wife, like that bitch, like she's a shadow Taurus, like the side of Taurus. So Aries has, I feel like, the tendency to be very narcissistic in their like the shadow versions of Aries people. Like, if not so much like when you're in your shadow self, but like a person that dwells in their darkness all the time as an Aries tend to be very self-centered, narcissistic, self-glorified people. And I'm just getting this energy, like very focused on self and not making room for the Empress. Like, it can't just be this cannot be the structure of the universe. There is an opposite. You see how this is out of balance? Divine Mother is calling this energy out. Like, there cannot be, as the Bible said, y'all can, because sometimes, like, yeah, Christianity is a mind fuck, but there is some truth and level of prophecy. Okay, where it says men will become lovers of themselves. Now, I don't feel like it's necessarily that literal, like, you know, gay and lesbian relationships. I'm getting narcissism type, where there's no love of anyone else but self. There's no balance. And you see these men have taken that place. There is no feminine energy. There is no balance. It's an imbalance. That feminine energy in the clouds is calling this shit the fuck out. Judgment call, wake up call, motherfucker. Like, if y'all just don't get it, I think I said it in the other one, off with your head. Like, even if these patriarchal figures turn on each other, it's divine order, period. Mama has a hand in this. Okay, the Weinsteins, the other Steins, and the Islands, and all these other motherfuckers that you see the consequences of their actions, even if their people is kind of orchestrating it and cutting them out of the pie, the deal, whatever, it's still happening. It's still happening. Divine Mother is still in charge. Still the head honcho, regardless. How the fuck did you think you got here? The nerve to, like, spit on women's, you know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know how people can be so fucking stupid. Like, how fucking dare you? I don't care how much you hate your mama, how much you hate your cousin, your auntie, your sister, your whatever, your grandmama. You're going to have to return to that Divine Mother Goddess energy someday anyway. So to get through your healing, you're going to have to go through the womb first. You got through the womb to get here. You got to go back to the womb. And to heal, you got to go through that womb. You got to heal. If you don't, Mama will deal with you. Period. I don't know who this is for, but it came out. So don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. It is what it is. Stop the bullshit. The male worship just needs to come down just a little bit, because women, we put men on a pedestal that not every man deserves to be on. And yes, not every woman walks in that divine feminine energy and does not show reverence to the divine feminine within self and around them as well. I do recognize that. But I feel like as women all around the world globally have, not every single place, because there are still places that know the woman has a place as well. And it's not the foot or the tail. She's just not. It's not how it is. But in a lot of places around the world, women are taught that men are like something that you have to strive to achieve, to have, to make yourself pretty and be smart, or and some women got it right. Like, I'm the prize too. Hey, some women just feel like if I get married, that means I'm worth something, or if I have a man, I'm worth something, or if I have all this male gaze, I'm the shit. Like, not necessarily. Some men, you shouldn't flatter yourself sometimes. Some men shouldn't even be worthy of sliding in your womb. let alone having your gaze. It's just like, nah. Some people don't even get past the fineness, like, oh, he's fine, or he has X, Y, and Z, or he's this, he's that. But strip him down to his soul. What's there? What's in it? What's going on there? Like, some people ain't checking for that. And that's unfortunate. And that's how we get caught up. And as a divine feminine energy, as a prophetess, as a woman with a purpose and calling, you got to be very selective of who the fuck you date. It was so funny because I was on the phone with my friend last night, and what she said, I get it. Like, the whole genetics, like, you got to be careful with your genetic pool and who you mate with. I get all of that. You know, money, can this person provide? Can they take care of? Like, their mindset matters too. All of these things go into, but as a spiritual person, you got to add an extra something to your list. Is this person going to take me off course, off path? Or are they going to assist and help and encourage, motivate, breathe life into, protect, defend? Like, it's so much that goes into it. Like, what's going on with their bloodline, their generational traumas and karmas and curses? Like, are they working through that? Are they healing that? Are they willing to break that? Like, are we compatible spiritually? Because if not, you might just be here for a season, bruh, or not at all. Not the fuck at all. Like, use your best judgment when it comes to who your emperor is, because not everybody is an emperor. They just look the part. They just talk the part. They just fucking projecting that they're the part. But you got to be able to discern who's the real deal, because it's giving Spider-Man, like, pointing at the other Spider-Man. Shown to prove, I feel like, is some. I'm hearing consecration. Like, what's their cologne? Like, we talking about your perfumes, your essence, you know, the work that you've done, and your aura, your essence that you radiate. But is this person wearing, like, some cheap ass cologne from the swap meet, or is it Tom Ford? Excuse me, I don't know. You gotta, or do they smell good? Because some men just be smelling good. Like, just gotta smell. My other friend, she calls her shea butter. I'm not gonna say the N word, but it's a joke. But anyway, yeah. And I don't mean literally. Hope you guys get that. This is not literal. But, like, their essence, their energy, when they come into the room, what's their energy like? Because a lot of people be putting on. There's some good counterfeit perfumes and colognes out there in the market that last a little bit longer. It ain't, you know, that water-based shit. Them oils and shit be smelling sometimes better than the real shit. So you just got to discern, you know, did you really concentrate and really work on yourself, or did you just do a quick fix, microwave, McDonald's, pop and go, hot pocket ass nigga? Excuse my language. Yeah, the N word wanted to come out so badly off my tongue. Excuse me. No, just like, but no, really, like, no, we're not doing that here. Let's tap into Divine Mother, Mother Mary's message. All right. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Our Lady of Love. Yes, indeed. I love this card. It's so pretty. I love these cards in general. There's another one that was trying to come out. Or two. Okay. We have Our Lady of Creative Choice. Yes. Okay. We have Our Lady of the Inner Gates. Okay. I love all of this because these messages are in alignment. Okay, we have the Lady of Dark Mysteries at the bottom of the deck. Top of the deck, Our Lady of Peaceful Change. These are just, I love these cards. My goodness, I love them. I love it. I'm going to read some of the pieces in the cards because I don't want to go too overboard, because attention spans be on like 10%. So let's see. 42. 42. Well, actually, let's start with the lowest number, which is 10. So that was the creative card. So it says, you have the power within you and you are free beyond wildest imagination. Do you know that you are a slave to no thing and to no one? You are a divine being. With the power of creative choice, you can create worlds, my beloved. Even the smallest choice contains great creative power. Do not cast your power aside, my child. Choose to trust me, to live with an open, vulnerable heart, and to let my grace flood through you in rapturous waves of light. Choose wisely, creatively, and well. You do not fear your power. Yet do not fear your power, for the best choice you can make is to learn from all of your experiences. I will guide you to use your power to create healing difference in your life now. You have what was that? You have at your disposal the power of heaven. I will guide you to use it well. Okay. The oracle comes to you as a reminder you have the power of heaven within you. You don't need to control life, beloved, but you can choose whether you dance with life responsively and resist its, resist its flow and feel pushed around by it instead. Through paying attention to what is happening for you in the moment, whether that be feelings of happiness or sadness, a feeling of letting go or moving on, or staying put and learning something, you can make the choice about how you wish to respond. Your responses to your life circumstances are your choices to make and a source of great power within. Okay. So let's see. Number 19, the Lady of the Inner Gate. My initiations are sacred no matter what appears to be happening in your life. I am behind it. I'm always guiding you towards your heart, for within that sacred temple, the most precious treasure is kept. To obtain that treasure, you will need courage, trust, and faith. I bestow my grace willingly upon you, my child, without restraint. You must provide the trust in me that gives you courage to take the journey. Your reward shall be riches beyond all imagining. Okay, is there anything? This is a long message. Our Lady of Inner Grace comes to us with a message. We are being initiated into the power of our own hearts. The heart creates a powerful magnetic field that can be felt within us and around us. As we grow spiritually, the electromagnetic field of the heart grows too, and our energetic influence can become important, not only to immediate family members, but to whole communities with which we are involved. We can continue to grow in the heart power and become influential in sustaining the world around us. This can even operate to the point that a country we are traveling in at any given time will be impacted by our heart's fields, through which the Mother Grace can flow. Whatever is happening in your life at the moment, whether joyful, emerging, or challenging descent into facing a fear, know that it is an initiation into your heart power. We move through these initiations by not resisting them, but by staying present and being with what we feel. This might seem impossible, and yet it becomes possible with practice, patience, and willingness to trust that it isn't some random suffering to try and to get out as soon as possible, but a pathway that is leading us somewhere truly valuable. Okay. The oracle heralds a time when you are growing in a spiritual power. Whether you are aware of this consciously or not, you are becoming a person of increasing energetic influence. You have some natural sense of spiritual responsibility. You may worry about this, wondering if you're always putting out constructive vibrations. Do not fear. You do not have to be perfect. You just need to be yourself and trust. It is your trust in the divine that brings the most power to your heart emanation and the most healing to the world around you. It is your willingness to experience your life with growing trust that empowers the Mother to act through you and for others to be nourished by your presence. I love it. I love it. Okay, last card was Our Lady of Love, and we'll close it out. Number 42. Okay. I am love calling you home. To my heart, I am your mother. You are my child. There is nothing to fear and only love to be. Cast aside both doubt and the walls that have held you back from the world. Enter the sacred dwelling of the heart and open the gate wide, allowing me to enter and love to pour forth to nourish your world. Okay. Our Lady of Love asks you to build a home, a sanctuary from the ills of the world, where all can feel welcomed and loved. This may be in a literal sense. You can ask the Divine Mother for help in creating your own home, or it may be symbolically by opening up your once insular community to those that may be somewhat different but can bring more of the divine into the community. It may be through finding a safe place in your heart in which to dwell and allowing those who seek you out to be loved by you. She also comes with a message that if you are struggling with an issue or situation involving others in your home or workplace or in the world more generally, pray for her assistance. She brings guidance that love will present a way through the struggle with great intelligence. The guidance is for you to remain who you are and trust in that. Not all beings will fight from love. Many will fight from motivations of fear and hate. Do not become as they choose to be. Stay in the power of your heart. Don't give up on what you know to be right and true, but pray to her that she can assist you in fighting from a place of love. It will bring you far more power than attempting to use force or manipulation based in fear. Do not underestimate what love can accomplish when experienced with utter trust and faith. She also comes with a message especially for those of you that may be in war of some kind or other with a community group, with a system, or with any person or group that feels more powerful than you. You are struggling to assert your sense of truth and justice. Pray to her and allow her to empower the situation to rectify it karmically. She will prevail. What did I tell you? Don't play with mama now, child. And I said love, but I do remember, I don't know if it was in this one or in the channeling where I said tough love. That mama loves all her children. She loves everyone, her community. But make no mistake, she will crack that whip, okay? On that ass, okay? You might as well be an enemy if you don't walk in that same love and respect that she walks in for her children, her village, her community, her people, her devotees. Off with your head. She ain't playing. Okay? She will prevail whether it's obvious to you at the time or not. She cannot be restrained, withheld, or denied. She will prevail always. Pray that this is your role. Or pray, that is your role, sorry. Act on what comes to you through the heart in prayer and allow her to express her power of love through you in events personal and professional, big and small, individual and community oriented. If you have a question about a relationship, situation, or friendship, or any situation where you are confused about the true motives and intentions of another person or group towards you, Our Lady Love comes to you with a special message also. She's taking care of the situation and will guide you through though persistent messages. Have patience and listen to your heart, trusting that she will instruct you as needed when the timing is right. Okay? Alright. So that is a reading, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next one, make sure y'all like this. If it genuinely resonates, share it with someone you feel like it may bless or benefit. Keep this in your likes, or you can subscribe for more messages and empowerment from my divine mothers. And I appreciate y'all out there. Take care of yourselves. Be blessed as always. Much love. Peace.